How many events and stunning outfits can a royal family pack in, when every celebration turns into a real parade of style and tradition? This time, all eyes were on Princess Theodora de Greece, a woman who never ceases to amaze with her luxurious looks and heartfelt nods to her family's roots. We recently caught her dazzling appearance at her brother Prince Nikolaos's wedding to his second wife, Khedive of Egypt, right in the heart of Athens at the Church of St. Nikolaos Ragavas. That church has pretty much become a cornerstone of the family's history. It wasn't just filled with the spirit of new love, but also with a subtle connection to long-held traditions and memories of the past. The entire social scene held its breath, waiting for Theodora, radiating elegance in her outfit, to make her entrance. And she did not disappoint. She showed up in a flowing silk dress in a muted green shade by Max Marac. Fun fact, this dress actually comes from the brand's bridal collection and is called the Bridal Vauquerie silk satin gown. But really, who in royal circles ever hesitates to let a little secret slip? To balance out the cool, shimmering hue of the dress, the princess added a snowy white shawl to her look, paired it with silver slingback heels and a matching clutch, and styled her long blonde hair with a neat center part, tucking it behind her ears for that extra touch of elegance. It's these little details that gave the dress a chic nod to bohemian Greece. And let's not forget the bride herself, Gracie Christie. She wasn't exactly hiding in the background. She shone in an outfit by Christos Kostarellos, a true work of art, featuring transparent inserts, delicate detailing on the bodice, and a majestic skirt. The traditional family tiara that Gracie wore that day, which belongs to Queen Anna Maria, has long been considered a sort of family treasure passed down to brides. Interestingly enough, it was once worn by Nikolaos's first wife, Princess Tatiana, whom he was married to back in 2010, before parting ways in 2024. While stories like these aren't exactly new for the House of Luxembourg, every wedding is like a new chapter where antique diadems, family veils, and enchanting fabrics weave generations together. Not long ago, Theodora herself had a wedding with American lawyer Matthew Kamar, a celebration that was every bit as beautiful and luxurious as any modern royal ceremony. It took place in Athens at the Cathedral of the Annunciation of the Most Holy Theotokos, also known as the Metropolitan Cathedral of Athens, the very same spot where her parents, King Constantine and Queen Anna Maria, once tied the knot. This majestic church, nestled at the foot of the Acropolis, once again played host to a glamorous procession of guests and hundreds of excited onlookers eagerly awaiting the bride's appearance. And once again, Theodora did not disappoint. Her dress, by Greek designer Celia Kritariotti, was a perfect blend of classic tailoring and modern fashion flair. The fitted silhouette, paired with a regal, voluminous skirt, exuded vintage vibes, while floral embroideries, accented with gemstones, highlighted her royal heritage. Plus, the top of the dress featured a delicate Bardot collar that left her shoulders slightly exposed, lending her look a touch of romantic ease. But the real showstopper in Theodora's ensemble was the legendary Egypt Jedi tiara, a family heirloom crafted by Cartier in the early 20th century, adorned with laurel motifs symbolizing victory and glory. This masterpiece was once gifted by the last Khedive of Egypt to Princess Margarita of Sweden. Over time, the tiara passed on to Queen Ingrid of Denmark, and then to every female descendant of the dynasty who has worn it on her wedding day. Theodora was no exception. By choosing this tiara, she beautifully tied together the heritage of both the Greek and Danish branches of her family. She even accessorized with vintage diamond earrings that once belonged to the heiress Princess Margarita of Sweden, along with a bracelet crafted from Queen Alexandrina's diamond sautoir. And speaking of style experiments outside her own wedding, we can't ignore her recent appearance in Athens at Prince Nikolaos and Gracie's nuptial celebration. We're used to seeing the princess in more traditional looks, but her silk dress with a high slit showed off a completely fresh side of her. Sure, there was a bit of a risk. There was a pretty strong wind that day in the city, just strong enough to playfully lift her flowing skirt and cause a few fashion mishaps. Luckily, everything went off without a hitch, and Theodora looked like a breezy, effortless guest who knows exactly how to mix boldness with elegance. These outings only reinforce her reputation as a true royal fashionista, always ready to experiment with new ideas while staying firmly within the bounds of understated, refined luxury. Deep family traditions hold a special place in Theodora's heart. It's no coincidence that at her own wedding, she followed in her parents' footsteps by choosing the same church where King Constantine and Queen Anna Maria once wed, and by opting for an antique Irish lace veil that has been passed down from one queen to the next for decades. Who knows? Maybe the next royal ceremony will give us yet another reason to peek into Theodora's fabulous wardrobe, where vintage tiaras, ethereal fabrics, and modern cuts magically come together to create looks we just can't stop talking about.